Hello, students. It's Miss Chestone. So basically, in marking period 2, what you should be doing around this time is you should be sitting yourself down and going, what am I doing? How am I doing? Do I have all my work in? How do I know what's due? How do I maintain my grades? So if you're thinking, oh, that teacher, they really need to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. Nope, that's not how it works in college. You have to go after it. You're going to have to sit down and see a schedule. So, usually, there's a list of everything that you need. And in Synergy, there's two grades, there's a writing grade and a classwork grade. The classwork grade, there's a rubric on classwork. It affects your notebook. So, if you're scratching your head going, do I have a notebook or do I have like 5 or 6 pieces of binder paper and they're kind of ripped and unorganized, and I think they're in my notebook, or 2 are in my locker and 1's in my folder. If you're confused, I'm confused, and I'm not going to go collect all those pieces of paper. I'm not going to put them in a folder for you. I'm not going to staple them together, and I'm not going to hand them in to myself. That's your job. That's your job as a student. So you need to, if you want that grade, that's an easy way to get your grade higher, especially if your writing scores are lower. So you have 2 or 3 do nows a week with the dates and the topics. 1 full page of writing is full credit. Less than that is less points. Spelling and grammar do not count on a do now in class, a quick write. Spelling and grammar don't count. It's a way for you to get your ideas out on paper, and that's the most important thing. Practice handwriting, even if you have some kind of dyslexia, you switch your letters and numbers, it's not important. The idea is to get your letters out. I will always understand the meaning. Then you should consider your listening and speaking standard score. So, do you participate in class with table partners? Are you always using academic language? Do you use swear words? Do you use racist terms often? Have you been sent out due to your distracting talk or just being too loud and off task? Have you been sent out of class? That will affect your grade because every time you get sent out, you miss things, right? You have to go back and redo it. Do you take notes using Cornell note style? So you should be taking notes that is reflective of the vocabulary that we're working on and also the notes on the reading. Theme, plot, literary terms, character analysis, Venn diagrams, reading strategy questions. We do all of those together in class. So if you're in class, you're getting the answers done. If you're not in class, you're at home trying to struggle to type them up yourself. Reading strategy questions, you have an option on this. Some people really want the typing practice, and so you have an option to MLA type those, or you can speak them on Seesaw, or you can do it in class as a table partner, and I walk around, I listen to you doing grades. If you're in class at a table and you never speak, you don't get that grade. It's a 0 for you. So if I never hear you speak, you have a 0 in class. That's what that means, even if you're present, because the task we're working on is listening and speaking skills. So you need to be mindful of that. You need to figure out a way that I can grade your speaking. I have to be able to hear you speak to get that grade. So late work has to be asked for via an email to the teacher. That's me, okay? With a plan, proposal, and a timeline for completion. That's a workforce readiness skill. If you're sick, if you can't get work done for college or you can't get work done for work, you have to email your boss. You have to email your college instructor, and you have to come up with a plan. You don't push that on the teacher and say, "I'm sick, fix me." You can't do that. You're going to have to come up with a plan and say, "I missed the 2 writing assignments for weeks 2 and 3. I'm working on them. I'm going to have that done for you on October 5th at 3 p.m." Okay, great. That's a concrete plan. You have to come up with it. You're the student. Okay, it's very important. Then you have your writing grade. Each week there's a formal writing assignment. Each week. So that means You should have 6 weeks in a marking period. 6 work writing assignments. You cannot pass the class unless you have at least 4 of these assignments done. They're a page each. That's 6 assignments, 1 page each, MLA style. If you're sick or miss some school, you should email the teacher about the work missed. If I don't hear from you in college, we just drop the student. So if I don't hear from you, I think you left the country or you're just moving to another state. I don't know. So we just drop students. So if you care about your money and your fees and how college works, you should get into the practice now in your junior and senior year. And you should be thinking to yourself, I should be in the practice of maintaining my score. What do I have to do? So, really quickly, what did I miss? Really simple. Okay. In marking period 2, week 7, you had a letter to the morality police. We're studying letters and speeches and poems. Week 8, letter to the government on teenage rights. Okay. Week 9, news story and a poster on women's rights. Week 10, a letter to journalism class on liberty, rhetorical practice, right? Week 11, letter to your parents or a teacher about your grades and this year so far. Some of you are doing a letter to a patriot. What is America? Okay. Week 12, slide deck, interview, poster, or reading logs. The reading logs are due. Okay. So it's very easy, very simple. This is where all of your energy should go. In December, you will need to have 17 pieces of writing done. If you don't have 17 pieces or you have less than 17 pieces, your option for an A, B, or C are very slim to none. That means night school, Saturday school, summer school, adult ed. That's what that means. Okay? So, as a senior, you need to be mindful of the things that are due and when they're due, and you need to be able to get those in. It's not difficult. You have classwork grade and you have writing grade. Okay? All of the lessons are on the slides. All of the reading is on the slides. You have a textbook to take home, or you can take pictures in the classroom. Okay? All right. And so this is not even going to be how we do class anymore, because that will change in MP3. We'll be doing something totally different. Just like we read novels in MP1, now we talked about fences and the play, and we did things differently. All right, so if you have questions, you need to maintain your grade and see, what do I need to do? Where can I find that assignment and read about it so that I can turn it in? If you have questions, come and see me. Hope that helps.